Yep, we are live. Yeah. Okay, so Rispa, you can update the others that we've started. All right. So our mentors, other team members of YFP Africa are going to be joining in shortly. And once they join in, they're also going to talk to you. But I wanted us to begin. I wanted to actually, first of all, give you a very warm welcome to the YFP Africa 2022 cohort. We have a lot more people, but we couldn't vet them on time. So in the next class, we're going to have a couple of more people, like 20 more people joining us. And I'm going to give them a makeup class during the week, since we don't, in YFP Africa, we don't delay. When we say this is the day, and then we start on that day. So we don't wait for anybody who's not serious about joining or who has not been able to make it to join. So basically, my name is Rachel Wainaina. I'm the founder of Youth Film Platform Africa program. And of course, with me here is Rispa, who we work together at Youth Film Platform Africa. And in this first session, what we are looking to do is to first know each other. So I would like you guys to, can you talk to Sebastian? Tell him he can join anytime. Here in the WhatsApp. Tell him you can join anytime. All right. I would like to know who's joining us from if you're joining us from the Facebook platform, because I can see there's some people who are joining us there. You can also tell us your name so we know who's joining us from there, so that we move together. So basically, I want us to start with an introduction, and we're going to start with you, Cosmas. And then we go to Kennedy and Kennedy. So tell us your name, tell us what you do, tell us what you expect from YFP Africa program 2022, and then tell us, the main area of specialization that you'd like to major in. Cosmas?
Thank you so much, Madam Rachel. Cosmas Kachomba Tembo. I live in Zambia, Lusaka. I'm an actor. That's what I do for a living. And I would like to learn more about the production of film, cinematography, and editing. That's what I really want to know.
Great.
Script writing. Yeah.
Great. And welcome so much from Lusaka, Zambia. I'm sure right now in this class we have 3 countries represented. Karibu sana. So we are, as it is the courtesy of Kenyans, we always go last because we've started this program in Kenya. So I'll take us all the way to Uganda. Kenneth from Uganda, can you kindly introduce yourself? And I can see you, Shanice. You're joining us via Facebook Live. And Anne Jogu, who's the treasurer of YFP Africa Board. She's from Kenya, currently living in the UK. She's also joining us from the Facebook platform. I'm sure you can see in the comment sections. Okay, so if anybody else joins online, please also let us know. The rest of us are here in the studio, so karibuni sana. Okay, so over to you, Kenneth, because I can see maybe, I don't know whether you're having a technical challenge. Okay, let's go to Georgina first. Georgina.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Regina Anjiko. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. My name is Gina Anjiko. I am an actress, and I would like to learn more of the behind the scene because I'm used to being in front. I'd like to know continuity, editing, SFX makeup, anything that is new to me in the film. I'd like to learn. Thank you.
Okay, great. And you're a great actress, Georgina. Georgina is coming over from our previous cohort, but she joined late. So we promised to have her in this cohort so that she can do the training part. She came straight when we were doing production. So we're happy to have you here with us, Georgina. We're happy to have you with here,
Thank you.
Cosmas. Believe me, guys, you've not seen anything yet. By the end of today, you'll be so inspired. I know Kevin can attest to this because Kevin is also a returning YFP Africa student. He learned in YFP Africa in 2013. So not Kevin, but Ken, sorry. Ken, he learned in YFP Africa 2012, and he felt like he wants to come back and upgrade his skills and refresh. So we are so happy to have you with us, Ken. So can you introduce yourself, unmute your mic and introduce yourself, and then hand over to Kenneth from Uganda to also introduce himself.
Hi guys, my name is
Hi.
Kennedy Amara. I'm a former student. It was actually 2013, the class of 2013. So I'm back. I want to learn more. There have been a lot of ups and downs, so I didn't do much within the times, and a lot of skills I learned I didn't put into practice, but I still have the knowledge. So I want to carry on with Madam Rachel to learn because it was really, really inspiring, and she showed me my purpose, as I should call it. So I'm back. Next to me here is Kenneth. His network is bad. I don't know why. He's from Uganda.
Yeah. Mm.
Can I let him introduce himself?
But you can hear him through your phone, so he can talk through your
Okay.
phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is
Hi.
Kenneth. My name is Kenneth from Uganda. Currently here in Nairobi, and I am very excited to be part of the YFP program. The film industry, it's a new career I am joining. I am very excited about it, and I have no doubt YFP is the best place for me to be. So I look forward to learning everything there is about film industry. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. Shanice can also introduce yourself on the comment section. I'll be able to show and Jogu, but I've already introduced them. I'm hoping that the rest of the students will join us. We have a group that is joining us from one house, and Nick and Owen and another person called Joroge. So I'm sure they'll be joining us soon. And when they do, at least we'll give them a chance to introduce themselves. So Shanice has introduced herself, and I'm going to just project her introduction. Um, can you see? Yeah. So she says, "Hi everyone. My name is Shan Kathure Murezi, an actress and presenter. Looking forward to learning more about pre-production and post-production. I would love to improve my acting skills. I can't wait to learn more about film and also about you guys. Cheers." So yes, Shanice, thank you for joining us. And if you do get some time or the ability to join us on the studio, you can click on the link we shared, and you'll be able to join us in the studio. So guys, we'll get right into it. I'm here with Rispa. Rispa, kindly just come in, introduce yourself, tell them who you are and what you're doing.
Hi, my name is Rispa Muya, and I'm assisting Madam Rachel.
Okay, and Rispa, you're a student. She's a student from Multimedia University. She's just about to graduate, and she's here also for her internship at Youth Film Platform Africa. So all of you will be interacting, and one of the things we believe in YFP Africa is being able to interact and being able to give you an exposure, a network, give you people that you can work with. We have currently 6 people from Multimedia University working with us. We also have 4 people from Multimedia University, 1 person from Shantao Media College, who is doing animation. Yeah, I think it's five from Multimedia University. So all these people, we'll add them to the group, and you'll be able to mingle because you all have one thing in common. You're learning film, and you're young African filmmakers, and you'll be able to do well. So I'll go straight to my presentation. So I want to bring my on the screen. And today, what we're going to be looking at in this first session, I basically just want you to understand the curriculum so that even when you're given assignments or when you're being given anything to do, you're understanding that this is what we really want to achieve. And just to be very, good and introduce our curriculum and say that we did this curriculum in partnership with the Kenya School of Government. With the Kenya School of Government is an institution under the Office of the President of the Republic of Kenya. And most probably, because we are teaching you with this curriculum, and I was the chief consultant in doing this curriculum, basically it's from the YFP Africa curriculum. We are hoping to get good news from Kenya School of Government, and maybe you can get certified by the end of this course by the Kenya School of Government. Let me first reintroduce myself as a teacher, because most of you see me smiling. I'm not as smiley when I become a teacher, because I know how you guys can get sometimes when school gets tough. So if you see me not smiling at you, if you don't do my assignment, I'll kick you out of the class. Definitely. And I won't have second thoughts about it. If you're not attending class, kindly be able to communicate with RISPA or Sunday or other people that I'm going to add on the group. Every Saturday, we're going to be having one of our staff members with me. So you're going to keep knowing them with time. So basically, be sure to tell them what your problem is, and they will be able to sort you out. We don't want you to lose anything. And I can see Jacob is here. Jacob is among our board members. Jacob, I'll add you, and then I'm waiting. When Femi joins, I'll introduce you. Hey, Jacob, how are you?
Hello.
Okay, he's setting up.
I'm all right, thank you.
Yeah. So Jacob is our screenwriting mentor. He's from the UK, and he's a part of YFP Africa board, academic wise, and we not even academic, even in production and what we are doing. So he's here. And Jacob, how many minutes do you have? So I see whether to give you an opportunity now before I start the presentation.
Okay. Like, I think 10 minutes.
Okay, so let me give you the opportunity now. So I'll give Jacob an opportunity to talk to you guys, what he does, and you'll be getting a chance to meet him soon in the program when his time will come to train. So Jacob, over to you.
Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Jacob Kurzinski. I'm from Poland, and I'm a screenwriter, prose writer, and poet. I was published in many Polish literary magazines, and what I'm doing, what I want to do, is teach you how to write a good screenplay. In my opinion, every remarkable movie is based on a good script. You can make a good movie from a good script. Also, you can make a bad movie from a good script, but you cannot make um, a good movie from a bad script. So I would try to teach you how to create a story, how to create a plot, how to create a remarkable characters, and everything. What do you want to learn about screen? I'm here. And for the end, I think there's a sentence that I heard, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, and this sentence sounds, "Make them want to turn the page." And I think this is the most brilliant sentence about writing, because all you want to do is sell the good script. So all you want to do is turn to make producer to turn the page.
Great. Great. Thank you very much, Jacob. Really inspiring. Jacob wrote our feature film. Maybe you can talk a bit about the Wounds feature film and your experience maybe in script writing a bit, Jacob.
Um, I was writing Wounds. It was on the beginning of this year, and I think it was a brilliant experience. Wounds is about is is about um, kidnapping. Is about surviving. Uh, is about how you can find yourself in a very difficult situation, especially when you are from good and comfortable environment. Um, in a few words, a group of militia soldiers kidnapping 10 kids from Kenyan diplomat and take them to the forest, and they keeping them in a shed. And all we see, all action that we see, all story is telling from the perspective of the children. So we can feel, actually we can feel like we were kidnapped as these children. And this is a drama, very tension drama, and writing this was, well, was was very tense because, you know, as a writer, sometimes, maybe not sometimes, I think most of the time you have to uh, feel like your heroes. So I don't think there's the other way to write. Sometimes your characters, you know, that was the funny, because when I was writing this, I think after 15 pages, the characters took the wheels, you know, and they start to live, and they guide me. I think I was just writing, you know, and the character guide me how to create the story. And I remember we're sitting with Femi and Sebastian, and we're creating the plot. You know, we're planning how the action will look like. And I can tell you, during the writing, everything was changed. We create the ending, and the ending was slightly different than what we planned. So for me, that was very surprising how it ends. I didn't expect that, to be honest. And Rachel, uh, 5 days ago, I was thinking about another ending to Wounds, you know, and I think maybe this will be this will be better, you know.
After more than 30 corrections, right? 30 revisions, like so many revisions in these Wounds, yeah. And you're thinking of another ending now, yeah. Jacob. Yeah.
Okay.
Jacob, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Mm.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, continue.
Um, so what else I can tell? I think the other experience with the screenwriting, I write a lot of short scripts. A few of them I made myself because I was studying film directing in Poland. So if you want to, in the first stage, if you want to make a movie, you have to write a script. And other experience, I can tell you that I I started I started writing when I finished 12 years old, and I think this the really, really, really beautiful journey. If you want to write, if you want to make a movie, mm, I think you have to sacrifice yourself to do it and write every day. This is what I'm trying to do. I know that this is sometimes this is hard and you don't have a time, but and you sometimes you have to force yourself to do it, but it pays, and you have to be patient, but it pays really.
Great. Thank you very much, Jacob, for joining in. We appreciate it. Today, just like in the first session, we're just doing an introduction. We'll invite you again for your masterclass, and I know they will have a lot to learn because today what we are doing is basically introducing them to film, making them understand all these processes. And I'm happy that you spoke to them even before we started the second class so that they can already be understanding the importance of screenwriting. Just for your information, guys, we've been writing Wounds for the last 1 year. Recently, we pitched that script of Wounds to a producer who's a Hollywood producer, and she gave us massive corrections. And now, what we are doing with that is we're trying to get one of the biggest historians in Kenya to sit with us. And because what the investor said, we want you to make this an original story, African story. It needs to sound African. And so what we are doing currently with the team is trying to get somebody who can tell us where we are wrong in terms of the scenarios in our scripts, and so that we can be able to improve it. And because at the end of the day, it is the person financing your movie that has the say. So if they feel like we can't take this script as it is, they'll tell you to do revisions. So don't worry, we'll come back to screenwriting. And thank you very much for joining us, Jacob. So we are going to
Thank you.
continue with the session. And yeah, so welcome. Thank you so much, Jacob. So I'm going to go straight back into the presentation of the YFP Africa curricula. I'm going to try to be very fast. Within the next 15 minutes, I'm going to be done with it so that we don't eat into the time of our first class. Basically, according to me, for the most important thing for me to do today is to first of all sell to you the curriculum. I'm sure you read the prospectus of YFP Africa. I'm trying to add the presentation to the screen. Yeah, so I'm sure you saw the prospectus of YFP Africa. And one of the things that I love about our prospectus is the fact that we say it boldly and courageously that we do not teach our students how to make films. Our students make films. And to me, that's a very, very important thing that you should come with in YFP Africa. What differentiates YFP Africa program from other programs in the market is the fact that we are actually able to give our students practical skills. And not only practical skills, our students make films. It's a guarantee, it's the exam. We don't have exams in Youth Film Platform Africa program. So I was talking to you about this curricula, which we wrote in collaboration with the Kenya School of Government. And I'm going to go straight into the presentation. I've tried to make it a bit interesting so that even as you're watching, you're able to relate with it. So I'll just start very quickly with our program motto, which is we'll not teach our students how to make films, our students must make films. So in this program, that's one of the biggest expectations you should have, that at least you leave the program having made film. Recently, we've improved that in our program in such a way that we are not only teaching you how to make film, you're not going to set to make film, but you're also actually shooting other projects. You're shooting a wedding, a birthday party, something different. You're shooting many things, and then you're making a film. So that when you go out there, our main thing is to equip you with skills that can enable you to do business when you leave the YFP Africa program. So what we do is we have a couple of skills that we look into. One which is very important is many people have a misconception that when you're learning film, you just go to set with a camera and you start shooting. That's not true. Actually, the most important part of film is pre-production. It's where you're writing that script. and where you're planning how to make the film. It's where you're trying to hire a team to work together with you in making the film. And that's very, very important part of it. So in our curriculum, we seek to ensure that our students get that knowledge of design and get that knowledge of development, coming up with an idea and turning it into a film, and turning it not only to a film, but a film that brings business, you know, a film that on the business aspect of your life, such that you're making money film talking about. Okay. The second thing that we look at a lot at the YFP Africa is also the exposure. So we have the 3 E's. Education is what I've covered, which is the knowledge of film design, post-production, production, all those processes. Then the other thing you get from YFP Africa program is working alongside industry professionals. Like right now, you've just met Jacob, but you're going to meet people from around the world through this YFP Africa program. When you do meet these people, you're going to work with them. You're not only going to meet them, they're going to come and make a film with you. They're going to write a film together with you. So I feel like that's very, very important, because it already helps you to plug into the industry. And the final thing, which is my favorite thing that we think is a leverage for our program, is the final product. I spent, right now, I'm 16 years into the film industry. But out of the 16 years, can you believe it? My film, like that I've produced, was short films. And I've never had the guts to do a feature-length film. And the first feature-length film I'm producing is Wounds, that we'll be shooting next month, but one latest by April. So you find like that's the first feature film I'm producing in my life after 16 years in the film industry. And that goes to show you that in YFP Africa program now, at this moment, we've guaranteed you that you're going to make a feature-length film. Let me say what a feature-length film is. A feature-length film is a film that starts between 60 minutes and above. Some films can go even up to 3 hours. So it is a film that is suitable to be screened in a theater, and people can be able to buy tickets to go to watch that film. So reason why everybody's dream in film industry is to try and make a feature film is very simple. One, if you do make a feature film, you stand a chance of having business. You understand my point? You stand a chance of making business with that feature film, because everybody will know I can show this film in Cannes, I can show it in a theater, and people will feel like the film had a good length that can be seen globally. And making a feature film is not because is a process that you need to actually really be able to do a lot of things. Production design, sound design, actors have to be on point, directing has to be on point, and all that. So making a feature film is really a big job on its own. It can take even 5 years to make a great feature film. And nowadays we have an emergence of so many platforms like Netflix and all that that are actually making feature films. So I'm super excited. YFP Africa, we not only allow you the opportunity to make the feature film, we do through the work. And believe me, by the end of this class today, guys, we are starting the job. When we end these classes today, you will start your group meeting towards the journey of making your feature length film. And you'll start writing your ideas for pitching. And in 1 month's time, in 4 Saturdays, that is, in the days, we are going to be pitching and we're going to pick our project. And we are going to start working on it. So that's why in this program, you learn 1 day a week. Then you go and do the assignments. Then you present them during the weekdays. Then when we come here, you do another masterclass. And we believe that's the best way. That means our students are getting almost 80% practicals than theory. Because when you meet during the week, you're actually doing a project. All right. So I hope that's very well understood. So don't hate this class and say, hey, this is theory. No, it's only on Saturdays. Then on these other days, we are meeting to do the project. So we are doing something. We are writing, or we are preparing production design. We are helping you specialize in your department. I hope that's clear. Then they want to talk to you about the YFP Africa program. And I'm going to the next slide is what and what is the background behind our reasoning of our curriculum that we are giving you. And we think that there's a gap. Many institutions have got it wrong when it comes to filmmaking curriculum, not only in Kenya, but in Africa. Maybe Kenneth, you'll tell us whether you've seen a Ugandan school that is teaching what we are teaching, maybe after some few days, because I feel like there's a gap. People are teaching just to satisfy TVET curricula or these other curricular requirements, instead of teaching to equip students for the industry. I've been in this industry. I know what the industry needs. Like, for instance, my interns are so amazing because when I pick them because of what they can do. You understand? They're in school, but what they can do can show me what their school is teaching them. Are you getting my point? Can they edit? Now that they've learned a degree for 4 years, 3 years, can they edit? Can they write? Can they make a film? That's very, very important question you need to ask yourself, even as we embark on this journey of YFP Africa. So we also think that now we are here as a program to break the long gap between what the students are learning and what the industry needs. That's what we believe our solution is. Our curriculum offers a solution where you don't have a gap. You are knowledgeable like a university student. You know everything to do with film. But as much as you're knowledgeable, you also can do everything. You can do even film business. You can write a proposal. You can fundraise for your film. You don't need anyone like to be with you so that you can be successful. Anyway, I know film is a team sport. We always need to work together, but you can be a leader. In YFP Africa, what we're trying to do is create leaders in the film business. Okay? And that's very important. Can everybody write that down? We are not creating people who are going to just depend on them. We're creating a freelance that's going to be influential in the film industry. And because I can see my board here, just hold on to that point. We're in the business of creating leaders in the film industry. I'm going to add Femi, because they are told only a few minutes. I'll add Femi and Sebastian to the screen, and they'll greet you. Then we'll continue with that, with what we are saying. I hope it will not interrupt the thought process, but I wanted you to meet some of the mentors who will be working with you as well. Femi, I'm adding you to the screen now. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? All right. Okay. It's because I think I had lost some network at some point. Oh, Femi, can I add you in 10 minutes time? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're there. You're there. All right. Great. Femi, if you can say a word, or if you have time, can I finish the presentation? All right. Sebastian, can you just open your camera and let me know if you can wait for another 10 to 15 minutes for me to add you? Okay. Fine. I think I'll add them in 10 minutes time. Text them and tell them I'll add them in 10 minutes. 1984, 85. Yeah. Okay, I feel like they're not yet connected well. When you get connected well, Femi and Sebastian, you can put on your camera. All right. Okay. So let's continue. So the other thing is our teachers are industry professionals. So you can see any trainer that we have in YFP Africa is definitely an industry professional. You've met Jacob. Jacob was not telling you. Jacob told you that he is writing a feature film. He's written many other films. You understand? He gives you his title credits. So one of the things I really hate is, you know, somebody teaching something that they've never done. It's really annoying. Why should somebody do something that they've never done themselves? And this is the problem with theoretical training in some of our institutions of higher learning in Africa. And that's one great thing, again, you get from YFP Africa. Nobody teach in classes who is not actually a person who is practicing something in cinematographer, he's a director. You'll meet Sebastian, who's also cinematographer, director, and assistant director. He's a feature film. And all of these guys have over 5 years of experience, and you'll keep meeting others. And this is the kind of experience you guys to have at the YFP Africa program. I hope that if you're together, give me a thumbs up. If you're okay. And then you can unmute your mic and ask a question, or you can unmute, and then I'll give you a chance to ask a question. Presentation. I'm just about to get done. So you can see that's another thing. And what we do with the Facebook online platform, which is very important, is that we also make sure that everything we are teaching is there on our Facebook learning platform. It's being recorded. So if you didn't understand anything, you can go back and actually be able to learn from, listen again and listen again and again. So it's like a library. And also, we try a lot to take you to the industry events. We try to take you to, a film summit that is happening, film festival that is happening. Like I was talking to Kennedy and I was telling him, I'll give like 10 YFP Africa students a chance to attend Cinema d'Amare Festival in Italy later this year. We are going to apply with them, and whoever will be able to go, they'll be able to join the Cinema d'Amare program. They'll be able to meet 100 filmmakers from different parts of the world and make films with them. And exposure, that's one of the things that we are very big on at YFP Africa. Now, I'm going to go into the units. I hope I've not jumped something. Sorry, guys, with StreamYard, the presentation can be a bit slow in loading, so I'll try to be going a bit faster, especially when so yeah. So you can see film is a big medium for Africa. Film industry has very great potential when it comes to filmmaking, and I'll tell you why. Did you know that in Nigeria, Amy will tell us this, film is actually the second biggest contributor to the economy of Nigeria, economic contributor. And remember, these guys have gold, they have other things, minerals and all that. Film is the second greatest contributor to the economy of Nigeria right now. And film in Nigeria generates a total of more than $1 billion every year. So that, and you can see they're not doing something very different from what we're like. Actually, Kenyan films are actually higher quality. I was just watching Zambezi films and I was watching South African films. Those films are really good quality. But if you don't know how to do film business, combine everything, still you're going to remain behind, and somebody making a low quality film is going to do better than you, because in film is a serious business. And I want you guys to note this. If you have your notebook, please write, film is business. As artists, we tend to forget that statement all the time. We tend to forget that film is business. Film is business. As you do film, don't think about your creativity alone. Also think about film as a business. And that's one thing we aim to tell our students very well. All right. So if you see in my next picture, we have some of the biggest studios in that have made global movies in Africa. For instance, this is the Atlas Studio. The Atlas Studio is based in Morocco. This is where Game of Thrones was shot. This is where these big movies that you see with desert scenes and horses and all that, they're shot here. This is in Africa, my friends. And this is the biggest studio in the world in terms of land space in Africa. Not in Africa, in the world, in land space. It's built in a desert. That means you can take a desert in your country and convert it into a film studio. Who tells you that it's Rachel who has to do it? Because I'm going to build one, definitely. But who tells you it's Rachel who has to do it? You can also decide to become Tyler Perry and build. What is holding you back? You have the talent. You've got God by your side. you've got good moral values, and you've got passion, you can make it. That's all you need. You don't need money. You need the networks, you need the value system, and you'll be able to do just fine, and do this on business like what they're doing. So for us to work like this, like, let me tell you an impact of this studio. Imagine people come to make Game of Thrones in your town. How many cast did Game of Thrones have? All those guys are picking accommodation, hotels in your city. Those guys are drinking beer. They're doing everything in your city. Those guys come with like let's say 500,000 USD, 500 million USD worth of budget and spend it in Morocco. Then you tell me film is not a good business? Film is a great business, all right? So film is a great business. Just hold in there. I've seen me. Could you please your camera? Oh, just tell him back fast and put on his camera when he comes back so I can see him, because I can't see him. Atlas Studio. This is proof that Africa is what it takes. Second thing, taking you to the next slide, you're able to see some of the sets. These are the sets in Atlas Studio. And this just goes to show you the place where we built these big studios in Morocco, in Africa. And this is why I like to do YFP Africa in Africa, because as Africans, when we start thinking together, we should also move. Why not? We are Africans. This belongs to us. Why is it that Hollywood and Bollywood move in this studio? You see, it can be very annoying taking advantage of these opportunities, Africans, so that to move forward. I'm able to see also in Africa with studios. Let me tell you something small about these studios. In South Africa, I told you the films occupy a land of thousands and thousands. This occupies acres of land, South Africa. But the funny thing is, I visited these studios myself when I was benchmarking in 2013. And when I did visit these studios, I noticed that the students are booked for the next 4 years. Say 4 years. Booked by international productions, booked as a sound stage and everything. 4 years. So people are eyeing Africa. Export is we fashion, and we have a spirit of wanting to do great things. We can do it. This is what we want to inspire you, YFP, to have other students from other schools. You need to also start thinking of film as a business and capture. You, Georgina, to stop thinking of yourself as an actress and start thinking of yourself as a leader. Start our fellow. I can make tangible community. Okay, I can even become president of Zambia or president of Uganda. I can become that. Why not? President can come from a lawyer, from a filmmaker, from anyone. As long as you're strategic enough, you can become anything. So our curriculum benchmarking on. We are benchmarking on some of the world's best film schools, and one of my favorite film schools in the world. It's not the best in the world, but it's my favorite, and I'll tell you why. It's New York Film School. Students from New York Film School produce 5,000 movies every year. Can you note that? Students from New York Film School produce 5,000 movies a year. And then you tell me you want to compete with them. And these are facts. This is not fiction. It's facts. So they produce all these amounts of films every year. Okay? You go to school and then you leave a school without making a film. Don't you think you'll be so much behind? Don't you think so? Well, in the market, you'll be competing with somebody who has made, like, I'm assuming, participated in like 80 productions with the best camera, with the best Hollywood. That's how they learn. So we're learning in think of as because we are benchmark programs to try and get some quality. And if you look at them, as on their website, I just took a screenshot of their website. It's making films, isn't it? Basically, the pictures you can see right now, it's students making film, students being a singers, and that's what Africa is all about. Film, if yes, you can make a film, that's it. All right. And then next slide, where you all see American Film Institute. Getting films possible, first of all. Cool. Could cost 60,000 to join. So if you want to join the American Film Institute, you have to spend 1,000 USD. But these have produced some of the best films. Again, they even do film critic. They even have their own award. One of the most prestigious film critic award in the world. So you can feel like this big in the world. What do they have that we don't have? It's just the practicals. If we can be able to invest in the practicals, we can do so much better in our film industry. Then I'm taking you to the next slide. This is the best film school rated in the world right now. It's Prague Film School. And you see, learn filmmaking by working on a film set. That's the reason why I put that. And it just goes to show you the reason why YFP Africa, we believe we have the best curricula, because that's what we are doing. We want to get you on a film set, we want you to experience film techniques, experience film business, experience all these skills in the field. All right. Then sorry for the slow transition of slides. So what we can learn from all these film schools we have talked about, the students make international standard feature films that we have to make, and we are doing it at YFP Africa. Training by industry professionals, that we are doing, you can give it a tick. And then students work with industry standard equipment, you can tick that. We are shooting 6K minimum in our feature film, and you're going to learn what all that is about. And then time spent on production, more than time spent in master classes. On work in the world, what we and they produce winning students in the global film industry. Like now, YFP Africa currently, we are going to sign all of you up into an agency. We are working together with Muse Productions Inc., based in Hollywood, and they are going to connect us to the biggest agency there. We're going to sign you up there, and you'll get jobs from Kenya, and that is after you make your film, definitely. So that's very, very important. And the film business aspect is what helps us beat everybody. So about what differentiates us. So I'm not going to go into that. One of the things is also remember, YFP Africa program is worth $1,650, but the student only pays $500 to join the program. So it's a scholarship. Again, you're getting a scholarship, but you're getting the highest quality training in Kenya, in Zambia, in Africa. How about that? And you're getting a scholarship of more than 50 to 60% guaranteed for each and every student. So producing industry-ready students, that's our biggest niche. Our students have high quality education, they're knowledgeable, they can even speak like, they can speak like the way lawyers speak on TV, because they know film and they're confident about film, and that's what you're going to be. And the second thing is our students have exposure. They don't have to keep calling us, oh, can you introduce me to a writer? Can you introduce me to this? We already introduced them to these people in class, okay? And experience. Our students have experience. They've made a film. So that's quite important, and that's what really differentiates us. And our curriculum is simply like this. We have film business, film techniques, and film production, period. And this is in the filmmaking curriculum. Of course, everybody in this session today is in filmmaking. We are going to have another session for the acting for film students, which is going to start in March. The program for acting for film is going to start in March for those who also want to join. If you want to join that one, you can also join it. So if you are a student here, you can also join that one. We'll be teaching that at a different time. So now this is the filmmaking program. Let me just explain to you what filmmaking means. It means people who make the film. A film is made by so many people. My God, the people we hear of are directors, producers, costume designers, because we see those guys doing hands-on jobs on set. But what about executive producers? What about the people who market films? What about the sales agents? What about the film service provider? What about the film caterer, the film medics? Do you get to hear about those people more oftenly? But those people will be on your film set. Those people must be on your budget. Board, Kenya Copyright Board. You can't make a film without copyright. Film is such a big thing. It even includes animators, special effects. It includes so many things, including architects, engineers, construction. All these things are included in film. So there's film business, there's film techniques, and then there's film production. So what do you learn in film business? I'll show you quickly a slide. You'll be able to see that. What do you learn in film techniques? I'll show you that. And then all that culminates into you making a big feature film production. I'm hoping we are going to keep the trend of shooting something above 120 minutes because it's really professional and it's really easy to sell such a production of that size. So I'm going to show you in a picture quickly. That's what we teach in film business. Film appreciation, and that's what you're going to be learning. It's going to be very interesting. We are going to start with this next week. Film appreciation is all about watching other films and learning from what those guys do in those films. That's very, very important. Then we teach film production from a perspective of, we are teaching it from an entrepreneurial perspective. A film producer is the one who looks for money to finance a film. A film producer is the one who puts a team together. I'm going to be talking to you about more of that in the next session. Film development, how to write a script and get it financed, period. You know, and that's film business. Many people try to mix film production with film development. It's very different. You can write a script and keep it in the shelf, or you can write a script and actually get it financed. Pitch it, write funding, you know, write proposals, have the best pitch deck presentation, and to get to financed. Film. What you've written is just a book or a script to be kept in the shelf. So if you don't know how to do film development, friend, how are you to survive as an filmmaker? And in an industry where people are always pulling each other down, I'll prepare you guys. In Africa, we don't have the mental capacity to help each other at the moment. So you find everybody will be trying to pull you down. So the more skills you have, the better for you. The more you will be sustainable in this kind of industry. Then we have film distribution, how to sell your film, how to get your film to the exhibitor, how to attend film markets to market your film. And when you do attend those film markets in the world, what are those film markets anyway? Then film financing. Where do you get money to finance your film? And then African film industries. What is the facts about the African film industry? Like I was seeing some of you being shocked when I was showing you the Atlas studio and all these studios. So imagine if you had all the facts. What are the associations in Africa? What does it take for me to copyright my script? What do I need to run a film business? It will make you put you level than other people who are still living in film school, because you have facts, you know out. You don't even to tell you what you need to do. We have industry, and we also basically have communication skills, business skills, very important things that we take for granted. Some people lose deals, don't communicate. You know that, eh? will lose deals because they don't know how to write an email, how to present themselves, they don't know how to dress, or they don't even understand protocols. You're meeting a billionaire and you don't know protocols. You don't know how to eat with a fork and knife. And yet you want to meet with a billionaire and you want them to give you millions for your film. Yet you look so poor that you don't even understand protocol. If you want to do something, better start getting prepared for it psychologically and mentally, and you'll be able to do it. So that's film business. Film techniques, we learn all the things that you always learn about, which is narrative writing, how to write your film, how to do cinematography, how to design your film, which is production design, acting for film, film editing, film sound and production design, and film directing. So basically you learn all the important subjects to be technical, to be able to have a skill, to be a freelancer, to make a film. I always put it second. If you have seen in my thing, I put it second because I feel like if you understand film business, you can even hire every creative you need to make your business and you'll survive, isn't it? Yeah, so you need to understand that film business comes first and then film techniques comes second. Anybody can learn how to edit even online, on YouTube, all right? The only reason why you're in this school is to learn how to do the whole business so that you can make your films a reality. All right, so the last one is a project, like 90-minute feature film, which we are going to start today after the classes. We start from development, tell you what that means. Then we go into pre-production, production, post-production, until distribution. This happens before your graduation. And then that's it about our curriculum, learning outcomes and deliverables that we are looking for you to get. We want you to get knowledge. We want you to be able to plan adequately for your film. We want you to be able to produce the film, bake the cake. Let us eat the cake. And we want you to be able to evaluate, have a reflection on your work and tell us how it is. Right, Femi, and tell him you're finishing, and Sebastian. All right, so yeah, so basically blended delivery. So for the first 6 months, you'll be learning more online like this on weekdays, and then we'll be having a Zoom session, not Zoom session, but Teams session on Monday this week and on Wednesday. I sent the timetable for this week, but I'm going to send you a long manual, which I didn't want to send you before, because if I sent you before, you'd be scared. You know, at least I had to do the orientation so you understand. Then I send it to you. If I managed to do the orientation yesterday, I would have sent you. Again, the reason why we didn't send you the admission letters is because after this orientation session, if you think that you don't have what it takes to be in this program, you can also opt to leave the program. All right, before we give you an admission letter. What does it mean to be a student in YFP? It means a lot of tears, headaches, and a lot of hard work, period. No excuses. If you're given a job, you do it. You asked for practicals, then we are giving you the practicals, and no excuses. You have to deliver your practicals. So we are going to start our meetings for film production starting this week. This week I'll give you a waiver. So I'm going to do 2 days. But as we go on, depending on the workload, Georgina can tell you this. Maybe, and who else has come? Even Shanice can tell you this. Depending on the workload, we have the possibility of meeting Monday to Friday and then coming to class on Saturday. So just be prepared. We are cautious that our students be working, they can be doing other jobs. That's why the meetings in the weekdays are at night. They are scheduled at night, and only on Saturday we require you full day so that you can also be able to work hard. We don't want to stop your life. So we've made the curriculum in such a way that you're learning every day, but you're still able to do other work so that you don't give us an excuse. Oh, I need to go back to work. I need to feed my family. We've catered for that in our curriculum. Our timing, I think, is very flexible, more than other schools. I'm sure you agree with me on that, isn't it? So you must attend these classes because, my friends, we don't have any academic requirements. We don't have any exams. The exam is the film. If you don't bake the cake, you failed. If you bake the cake, you've passed. Period. That's just it. And so we've explained everything. And every stage, every team that we divide you and you go into will be allocated a mentor. We have many mentors who are also our trainers. So if you're in music production, we'll allocate you a music production mentor, a producer of music. If you're in acting, we'll allocate you a big actor or two from around the world. You can ask them questions. We'll have separate WhatsApp group when we start specializing. For the first month, we are not specializing. We want to give you the basics, then you choose what you want to do with it. All right? You choose your department. Now, I think I'm done. I think everything else is, yeah, I think this now. So is there anybody who has a question? Maybe if I've not added you on the screen and you have a question, you can lift up your hand and put on your camera so that I can see you. Anybody who has a question? All right. Okay, so guys, we are done with the first session. I want to just give Sebastian. Sebastian, are you here? Can you put on your camera if you're here? Because I can see you. I can see you in the studio. I just wanted to know whether you're here, whether you can say a word now or you say in the next session. Sebastian? Okay. Uh-huh. I'm trying to check whether Sebastian is on because I can't see. Put your camera on, Sebastian, if you're on so that I can add you to the screen. All right. Okay. I will invite them in the second session if they will have a minute. I'll invite them in the second session because I want to give you guys a small break now. We come back at 11 for another class in Introduction to Filmmaking. Anybody who had a question? I hope I've not left anybody out. Georgina, you have a question? Anybody who has a question? No. Okay, fine. So we end this session here. Let's meet again here. I'm going to send another link in the WhatsApp group. So let's meet again at 11:10. All right, 11:10. Thank you guys and see you then. All right.